Hey guys, welcome back. Today we'll make one super traditional breakfast in China. It's called tofu pudding. In Chinese, we call it 豆腐脑儿 or 豆花儿. Directly translation means tofu brain. It's not brain. Or tofu flour. We have salty and sweet flavor. Today I will use two methods to make it. First one is a longer version. This method starts from soybeans. Soak 150 grams soybeans in water for about 8 hours. I just left it overnight. The second day, rinse the soybeans once or twice. Then let's go blend them. We need 1500 milliliter water. My blender is a little bit small, so I will add water twice. Blend for 1 to 2 minutes. Actually, it's good to blend twice, so you can get most of the soy milk out from the soybeans. Filter with a fine sifter. Collect the solids for the second round blending. Then add the rest of water. Blend again and filter again. Soybean contains tons of protein. That's why when you process it, you can see a lot of bubbles, so don't worry. Then use some fine fabric bag and squeeze out all the soy milk. We want to get the last drop of soy milk from the beans. Now we got our fresh soy milk. You can get some bubbles out if there are too many. Here is another key ingredient to make tofu pudding. It's Glucono delta-lactone. I will call it GDL from now. It's a naturally occurring ingredient commonly used as a coagulant in tofu making, a leavening acid in baking, and among other uses. Here I use some cornstarch to help the GDL spread better. We need some cold or icy water too. Let's start with cooking the soy milk. Prepare a big pot. Use high heat to bring it to boil. Stir frequently. You need to keep your eyes on the soy milk since at some point, these bubbles will get crazy and puff up immediately. Well, just like this. Now you need to turn down the heat and stir fast, or you can remove the pot from heat for a little bit. Even it looks like it's boiling. However, soy milk is not all the way cooked yet. Keep medium heat and keep it simmer for another 10 minutes. If soy milk is not cooked well, not only it won't taste good, but also it can be a little bit poison. Stir occasionally. When 10 minutes timer is almost done, you can go mix the GDL, cornstarch, and the cold water. We use it as a coagulant in tofu for its gradual acidification initiates the curdling of the protein. Sounds pretty complicated, right? It's actually super easy to use. 10 minutes later, remove the pot from heat. Then stir the liquid we mixed before. Next, just pour the soy milk into the container directly. You don't have to stir it. Just leave it there for 20 to 40 minutes. Try to get some bubbles out, so the surface will look better. You can see it already got pretty thick. Cover it loosely and let's come back in 40 minutes. Check this out. Very jiggly. Take some out. Add sugar and wolfberry. Good to eat. Another flavor I use is melissa and raisin. To be honest, this is my first time eat a sweet version of tofu pudding. It's pretty good. It tastes like some pudding dessert with very fresh, nice tofu flavor. I like it. However, for me, I come from north of China. We eat a salty version of it. Let's go make one I always eat with a much easier method. I found this tofu mix. It's very convenient to use and you can find it in Asian store or online store. If you don't plan to make tofu yourself a lot, this box will be good for you. It contains soy milk powder and GDL. Just follow the instruction. This is how you make soft tofu with it. This is how to make tofu pudding. I will make half pack of this today. It should be 600 ml water. It's about 2 servings. Add water into a pot. Add the soy milk powder. It's pretty hard to dissolve the powder. Use a fine sifter to dissolve it. It looks like a big mess now, but it's actually not that bad. You can get fine soy milk soon. Then boil it. Do the same thing we just did with fresh soy milk. Be careful when it's boiling. Then simmer for 4 to 6 minutes after that. When the timer is done, turn off the heat. Add in GDL and stir. Then pour it into a container. Remember, if you are using a stove like I have, you have to remove this from the stove. Since this kind of stove will hold the heat and keep heating the soy milk, it will be too hot. Then you may fail. Then, let it sit for 40 to 50 minutes. Now let's make a sauce for it. I just prepared some mushrooms, thick tofu skin, wood ear mushroom. This is daylily. My hometown is kind of famous for it. You can use this sauce for noodles. It tastes very good too. Chop all them into mince or small pieces. This is a fresh shiitake. It has very smooth texture. Some cilantro if you like. Press the garlic. Beat an egg. Then let's go cook it. It's super easy. Add some oil in the pot. When the oil is hot, add in garlic mince and half of the green onion. Add in some red peppercorn powder and white pepper powder. Cook a little bit, then add in the shiitake mushroom. You can press it a little bit for better cooking. When the mushroom gets soft, add in all the rest of the ingredients. Cook a little bit, then add in brown soy sauce, and mix well. Add in oyster sauce and mix well. Add in some salt. Most of the nice flavor of this sauce actually comes from the flavor of these veggie ingredients. Then add in some water to cover all the ingredients. Here I add some water I used to soak the mushroom for more flavor. You can just use water. Bring it to boil, then simmer for 5 minutes. Try the taste. Add in more soy sauce and salt. We want it to be a little bit salty since we will eat this tofu with no salt added. Use some dissolved cornstarch to make the sauce thicker. Add slowly. When it's boiled again, pour in the egg. Leave it like this. We will see the egg come up soon. Then stir a little bit. We're done. I like to add a little bit vinegar at the end. It's optional though. Let's go check the tofu pudding. Here we are. We succeeded. See, it's not hard. You can do it yourself. It's time for some tasty tofu pudding. Scoop some tofu pudding from the bowl. This is how the breakfast place served my tofu pudding in my memory. Then add in the sauce. Some green onion, cilantro. I like to add some baby shrimp. It's a little bit salty and has very umami flavor. Add some chili oil if you like. It's good to serve. Traditionally, we eat this with some fried dough for breakfast. I'm so happy to make this at home. When I was in China, I can barely eat this since they only serve it before 9 a.m. I remember when I was young, during weekdays, I need to go to school, so I don't have time for it. Only weekend is perfect to eat it. However, who wants to get up so early on weekends just for breakfast, right? So now I'm so glad I can make it myself and eat whenever I want. Hope you like it too. Next video, I will show you how to make this fried dough. This is today's video. Please hit subscribe and like button if you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching and see you next time.